Alright, let's go and get started. Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sharkinbear, and welcome back to the channel, where today we're going to be checking out Hell Galaxy. This game actually released back on July 31st, 2025. If you're not familiar with what Hell Galaxy is the only game where you can experience the fusion of space battles, RPG elements, eerie specters, and daunting titans. Embark on a dark sci-fi odyssey through a galaxy teeming with ancient alien ruins and hidden secrets where nothing is human, not even you. That is what it says according to the Steam description. And I actually got early access to this game before even the release date, but I've been kind of hesitant about releasing content for this game, and that is mostly because this game is kind of in a rough spot for me, and I really don't like harping on bad or negative things about a game. That's to say that I don't mind telling people up front about what the issues are with the game. It's just that when I have the feeling that maybe most of what I'm going to say is negative, I'd like to hold off, trying to give the game some time to cook a little bit, and then maybe come back around to that. But I do feel like, let me go ahead and turn down the audio ever little so slightly for the dialogue or whatever was going on here. But I do feel like, it's been long enough that maybe we could actually get in some details about what's going on with the game. So that being said, if you like the content and you want to see more games like Hell Galaxy here on the channel, and you want to see, more gameplay or even wishlist it, I'll go ahead and leave a link down in the description so that way you can check it out for yourself. I am playing the game in real time while I'm discussing this game, so just keep that in mind as we play through it. So that being said, the other reason why I really didn't want to talk about Hell Galaxy is mostly because I believe there's a lot of stuff that still needs to be worked on under the hood. This is a UE5 game, and ever since this game released, I was having hard crash problems with the game. So much so that for the first week or so that the game was out, I was literally unable to play past the tutorial. Come to find out, I guess, after a patch or so, that I was literally basically spawned into a room that wasn't the tutorial room. I had to find out way later that apparently I just had never been loaded into that zone. So while it was giving me commands and such to play the game, I wasn't really ever able to do so, which is kind of sad. And I really don't want to harp on that too much, because I really want to get to the meat and the meat and potatoes of what this game is. Looks like we gotta reactivate this device here. Hopefully yeah, okay, so we're gonna hold down our activate here. So what is Hell Galaxy? Well, it's exactly what it says it is. In this game, you play a ex-convict, or escape convict, really, because you are broken out of jail. Your brain is taken out of your body. You've lost all your memories, essentially, and now you've been basically superimposed inside the spaceship. You are literally your own ship. You have your own body, as well as different components of your said ship here. So all the guns and stuff, you can modify and customize the ship as you need be. You can even check out new places, purchase new items, and upgrade your ship as you see fit, offering new weapons and rockets and all that sort of jazz that comes with essentially upgrading your ships as you do. And yeah, of course, this game actually absolutely 100% goes into the sci-fi stuff here. As we can see in the RPG elements, as you can see here, we have a whole bunch of different things we can do. The ship is highly customizable. As of right now, my ship has 4 wings, 2 for my engines, 2 for my weapons. But that being said, you can actually get even more power generation, bigger engines, bigger and more weapons equipped, to the point where your ship will actually look quite ridiculous when you do so. One thing to point out is that because of the game being in early access, at the time there is a note saying that some of the voices in the game are AI voices, and that I think is actually fairly accurate. You will notice right off the bat some of these voices definitely don't come in very, human. But that being said, honestly, even in the sense that I'm not really big on the whole AI voice thing, I will say in the narrative of this game, I feel like maybe the AI voices actually kind of do a little bit of justice, mostly because you are dealing with people whose brains have literally been taken out of their body and then superimposed in the ship. So there's that. Looks like we got to reanimate or reactivate the third containment device. Okay, just want to make sure I get all of those. Grab all these. I can't remember what these are called, but they actually allow us to do something. I believe they're called, actually we can figure out what the name of them are, because we have a delivery mission for them. Where is it at? I believe it's called, it's not radium. Or maybe it is. I can't remember. I had a mission for it. It might have fallen off. Oh, we can actually scroll down even further. I have a whole bunch of sonic matter. That's what it's called. It's called sonic matter. And that allows us to fight the specters that are here, because there are ghost-like creatures that you have to fight from time to time called specters. And yeah, so we're going to finish off the rest of these guys. I'm actually going to maybe fire some mines at them. As you can see, we can actually have the ability to lock on, strafe, and fire at these said creatures. That's actually one of the big points of this game that I do like. The core mechanic of this game being the starfighting, more or less. I do like the way it plays. I like space combat games where strafing is a thing. And I know some traditional space games don't allow you to strafe and whatnot in your ship, but probably still one of my favorite space combat games, and pretty much the only one I've ever really truly sunk a whole bunch of time into, was Everspace 2. I absolutely love Everspace 2. I wish that more people knew about it. You should definitely check it out if you haven't heard of it. Everspace 2 might be, at this point in time, for me, like one of the greatest space combat story games you can ever play. It's just absolutely phenomenal. And that's one of the things that I really hope for, is that we get more space exploration games with combat. Like, honestly, for all the bad things that are going on with Hell Galaxy 1, for me, I personally hope that they grow and the game continues to get polished, and, you know, they start working out some of the kinks into the game, just because of the fact that I absolutely love this little genre of gaming. Now, I know there's other games like Eve and stuff like that out there that I can play, but honestly, none of them control or handle in the same way I like playing them, you know, like Everspace 2. But if you know any other game that plays like those, then please let me know. There was once a Ubisoft game they released a long time ago. It was like a Battle for Atlas or something like that. They even had like a crossover with Star Fox. It was pretty cool. And ever since then, I've been chasing the pony, just trying to find a game that would give me that same itch scratched. And Hell Galaxy is actually doing that on some levels. I actually really enjoy the combat. Again, I can't emphasize how much I really enjoy that facet of the game. But while we're working through it, I do want to kind of talk about some of the negatives, some of the issues that I have, because boy howdy, there are a whole bunch of negatives. And I hope if the developers are watching this, they can understand that I come from a place where I like to enjoy my games. I like to help people out. I'm not trying to dog on a specific game, especially one that they've given me access to play with. Honestly, I really hope that good things are on the horizon. So the biggest one is obviously the fact that we are playing in UE5. And this UE5 has actually been causing me a whole bunch of issues as far as performance goes. I've had a number of crashes. I've had a number of stuttering performance glaring issues. Hopefully, whenever you guys are watching this, it has more or less felt like it's been like a seamless thing. Because for me, I've probably experienced 10 crashes just tonight alone, which is not a fantastic feeling, if I'm going to be completely honest. But, you know, I wanted to make content not just about what's bad about it, but I actually wanted to be able to talk about what was good. Amongst other the UE5 crashes we had, I did have a reoccurring issue where I literally tried to start a new game, just because I kind of had forgotten a little bit and I wanted to see what was new. And that led me to a issue where it wasn't even that big of a problem. But essentially, I watched the intro video, and as soon as the intro video got done doing its thing, I believe there was actually an issue in which the game actually started just repeatedly doing the intro of the game. And I let it go to see how long it would do if it would eventually launch the game. But instead, what it actually ended up doing is just looping the intro and losing the audio entirely. So I eventually just had to skip the intro in order to proceed with the game. After that, we have a whole bunch of like quest marker and quest objective things that I did feel were kind of iffy. As you can see, like this item right here has a quest marker, and from time to time you will find their quest markers dotted everywhere. And they're not exactly clear as to where you're supposed to be going for some of these quest markers. And sometimes they'll just disappear from your view, or they'll be so tiny that you won't see them literally at all, which is kind of a weird thing to be having. But it is what it is. It's really never that big of an issue, because the maps themselves, while they are very big, they're not so lost that it's hard to figure out what you're doing. The game does generally give you enough details to figure out where it is that you're supposed to be going. One of the other issues I feel like I have is like with the ships like this that's fighting right there, you'll see that they're just like absolutely launching a salvo of bullets and stuff at us. And in a lot of ways, sometimes I feel like I'm being playing in a bullet hell, because some of these guys release these volleys of bullets at me so hard. Oh wow, we're actually fighting ghosts here. The altars are here. That's actually what the ghosts are called, is the altars. But sometimes these salvos they release are so strong that they'll actually just like straight up one-shot me out of nowhere. It almost feels like there's a bug sometimes with the way the enemies fire. Sometimes they'll take like 5-10% of your shield, which feels normal, and then other times when they release that's just like a straight, if someone were to basically put a shotgun in your face and pull the trigger. Not a very good feeling at all. So I feel like sometimes balancing can be quite of an issue. And that is to say, also, even when I keep my ship up to date so far, as far as upgrading everything, whenever you get all those shots dealt to you and it takes out your entire health bar, it doesn't feel so great. After that, again, like quest objectives, that's my big thing. Sometimes they'll give you kind of a roundabout place where you're supposed to go for these sort of things. And that is also pretty decent. It does give you the ability to basically it basically gives you the ability to explore and investigate. So if you're looking for a game that doesn't get very hand-holdy and more or less just kind of gives you a random, not a random, but like a kind of a, bring two spheres to Koyash, so we're going to go over here. But if you like a game that's not too hand-holdy and lets you kind of find things on your own, this is definitely probably going to be more up your alley. I don't know if that's in the intent is to be not as hand-holdy, but there is not a lot of tutorializing going on in this game. Whenever I crafted my first ship, I had no idea I could even craft my ship, and I kept on trying to put new parts on my ship, only to find out that I couldn't set them there. Break the protection of the Rayoon. Okay. We're going to figure out where it is we got to go for the Rayoon. Looks like we got a quest marker over there. So we'll go ahead and head back there. Yeah, so the hand-holding thing is pretty non-existent. Which honestly, again, isn't that bad. As we can see up there, we have one of the issues or glitches happening right now is hold F to interact. We're currently using what's called stress drive, which is basically our cruise control, more or less. This is one of the ways to go through things fast. There's also these little speed gates. They're basically rings that if you pass through them, they'll basically give you a turbo boost in the direction of another little speed gate. They're actually really cool, but you won't find them everywhere. They're pretty nice. There's also another mechanic in the game. It's based off of those ghosts. I can't remember what it's called, but if you look at the top left of my screen, you'll see the little circle with a weird emblem. And then at the top right, or top of my health bar, there's that little pink marker. Essentially, there's kind of like alien attacks for fighting, the altars and the ghosts and stuff. Essentially, the more you get attacked by them, the more mental instability you basically gain for yourself. And it causes you to do more damage, but it also basically causes you to go crazy a little bit. And I believe that actually has a mechanic in which you take more damage. You can get rid of that by visiting basically, I believe they're called alteration stations, and they basically fix your brain so that way you don't absolutely go nuts. After that, we also have the mechanics with the weapons themselves. As you can see there in the bottom left-hand corner, I currently have a Gatling gun. I also have another weapon that shoots out proximity mines. And then you'll see that on my 1, 2, and 3 key, we have kind of like a dial, fire symbol, and a shield symbol. From what I can remember from the tutorializing of that, I do believe that's kind of like stances in which your ship can take. There's a defensive stance. That's our 3 key. 2 stance is kind of offensive, so we do more damage or we fire faster. But I do believe that means we kind of overheat faster as well. And then number 1 is the balance stance, your most balanced of your options for whenever you're dogfighting. I wish I could go back and see the pop-up tutorializing in that one. That did pop up within like, the first 2 or 3 minutes of me playing the game, kind of introducing me to dogfighting in itself. But as of right now, there's no way to go back and see like helpful tutorial and tips. So it would be nice to see like a tab in here that kind of gives me a game guide to to gloss over certain things that I would like to see in the future. According to the newest update that went live not too long ago, they also introduced a tutorial for radar, or the sonar, which is this little beast right here on my R key. I went the tutorial and I didn't actually see that at all. I kind of had to figure it out on my own, even though I had the game at the latest update. So we'll definitely have to see what that is. Sonic matter shooter is a type of weapon that can hit altars. It can make them disappear for a while.
Break the shield.
Okay, well, that one... Okay, so that we can hit that guy. Let's go and... we're gonna...
The opening of the ruin is attracting many creatures. Don't leave. I haven't finished the analysis yet.
Okay, so we're definitely getting... having to deal with these guys. Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, no, you can see right there, I definitely... need to figure out how to deal with these guys. We do have a tool for that. That's exactly what we're using now. We also have a consumable I can try equipping. Give me a second to load up the game again, and then we'll actually equip that item. That's another thing that I thought was kind of odd, is that sometimes my consumables that I have, they just kind of disappear on me from time to time, and I'm not entirely sure what causes that, but it is a thing. What is this? What is this on? It got hotkeyed to something. And I have no idea. Okay, it says it's on 6. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's on 6.
If this weapon is hard to find, it's also because of its power. I mean, it can even wipe out an altar. I would hate to lose such a powerful raider, you know?
To have the favor of
Oh, it's actually making me like go all the way back over to this gate. Give me a second and I'll jump right over there. Alright, let's try this again one more time.
The opening of the ruin is attracting many creatures. Don't leave. I haven't finished the analysis yet.
We're gonna try to see if we can solve this a little bit here. Looks like we need to perhaps shoot these ghosts a bit. Yeah, there's some ghosts here. Some of these are actually pretty solid. But these other ones, not so much. Like these gelatin ghosts here. We gotta figure out how to get rid of them. We did take a consumable that does actually prevent us from taking that in one. It's called an ionic coal, and I actually kind of like that mechanic. Literally like a potion designated specifically for trying to kill ghosts. We do kind of have to watch our ammo here a little bit, because it does seem like maybe we do have to watch our ammo ever so slightly. We're going to run out of shots if we spend too much on this one. For the moment, we got to protect ourselves from the onslaught of creatures drawn to this thing. I'm kind of curious to see how long this is actively going to be an issue. Hopefully we can deal with these guys fairly well. Okay, so what did we do there? Looks like we pissed something off. I can kind of see these guys in the glow-in-the-dark bullet here. I don't know how long our ionic coal will work for. We gotta kill these guys. I don't know the best way to kill them. It does look like you can only kill those guys ever so slightly on their own. I saw one. We got some more of these morays. I believe that's what the game is calling them. Kind of assailing us. Get rid of that guy. I only got like 5 more shots of these other things here. Maybe if I pick up this other sonic matter that's floating in the air, will this actually give me more? It doesn't actually look like it gives me more ammo, even though that's exactly what it's for. Can we hit this yet? It doesn't look like we can. Looks like I just gotta keep on moving and fighting. Stick and move, I guess, more or less. Come on, Morays. Kind of giving me some problems here, and I don't appreciate it. I just want to investigate stuff. Because that's really what this game is about the end of the day, is pretty much more or less exploring the lore around all of this. I want to pick this up right there. How come you're not dying? You gotta yell at me? Is that what it is? There he goes. He yelled at me, and then he died for it. Can I get you to yell at me, buddy? Oh, he like took off. He like fadoodled everywhere. There we go. Finally managed to clear that quest. Send 30 sonic matter. That is a side quest at best. I think we need to probably jettison out of here. What does our quest log say? I got so many side quests to do. We don't have a main quest right now. I guess we kind of just, we probably need to just jet out of here now. Can I collect this? Anything to do at this point? It doesn't look like there is. I'm gonna go ahead and try to collect all I can here. It doesn't look like our, looks like, sonic matter, or what's it called? The ionic coal is definitely doing its job, and we're not taking any sonic damage as of right now. So I'm gonna keep on collecting all of this, since I'm not really being affected by those guys for the moment. I don't know if I'm even picking up this. It looks like maybe I'm full up on it. I'm not even, nothing's happening with that one. So let's jet out of here and see what happens if we leave the area. We do gotta watch out for the other ghosts that are lurking about. Also, I gotta get my head straight about where it is that we need to go. Yeah, well, there's a station over there. But, I think there's a station over here, too, if I remember correctly. Something we can go back home. As far as quests goes, looks like we're just on a mission to go wherever we want to go. If I want to track that, how do I get there? There we go. Hey, there's actually a station to get out of here. We're actually in alien ghost territory anyways. So, as you can tell, over there in the distance, there's a weird cage-like contraption. Those cage-like contraptions are where we do most of our fighting and our exploring. This is where an area where the ghosts are actually protected from, or we're protected from the ghosts actually attacking us. Normally they attack us with their ghost psychic energy, and we're pretty much dead on the spot like you saw earlier when I exploded. While we're inside here, the only things that we really have to deal with is other raiders. Yeah, they're just as dangerous as the ghosts, but we can hit them on a more physical level. As far as, looks like we got a battery plant we go check out. Gates to 4. And inside these zones, you'll even see these little speed gates. This is exactly what I was talking about. We can go in here, and we can actually just hit these gates, and they'll actually jettison us to different destinations. They're pretty much a little bit faster than my cruise control or my stress drive, as they call them. So there's definitely something to keep a note. At this point in time, it looks like maybe I'm done with all the current main quests of the game. Either that or the game is currently glitched out, which is very possible. But that is kind of like the, you know, the whole do with early access games. From here, we can actually go on and complete side quests in this area, I suppose, until new quests come along their way. I did see that they added in new additional quests. I don't know what those are, mostly because of the fact that this is pretty much the first time I'm getting to this point where we have experienced a lot of the story content. And there is a good deal of story content. It seems as though there are a crap ton of side quests. I pretty much avoided doing the side quests because the one side quest I did had enemies doing a crap ton of damage to me. So I thought maybe there was just like a point at which maybe the game was, you know, maybe I needed to gear myself a little bit better. This is actually the quest that we're currently on, and I'm actually going to go over here and see if I can stand over here at this way station and kind of get an idea of what it is I need to do, or like purchase and upgrade and sort of things. Looks like we have a way station here. Is there a place that I can check out? Most of these way stations, whenever you come here, have a place that you can kind of settle down, sell items, trade goods, whatnot. Let's see if we can actually find a way station, because I don't think this is one. Use a scanner to locate the Batiki interformeter in Mugai area and destroy it. Okay, so we have 4 areas we can currently check out. I just kind of want to deliver some stuff. What if I just want to deliver stuff? Let's see, what do we got? Is it... Oh, those are just other spaceships. I was hoping they would show me like a place where I could trade stuff. I believe I just saw one. They usually have these little red markers on there. They kind of give you an idea of what they are. It was on the screen for just a second, so maybe I'm going in the right direction. We should kind of get an indicator whenever we get close enough to them. Maybe if I do a little twisty turn like this, maybe... No, nothing happened there. There's another station over here. I can't remember where the way station here is where I can sell stuff. But as you get used to the maps, obviously, you probably can do it a lot better than I am. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Is this one of them? There we go. There's, yeah, so here's a little emerald hub here. The one we were at also had one. I just probably didn't see it. But after you turn them on, you can essentially come in here and actually make purchases and stuff like that. Here's what my spaceship kind of looks like right now. I do really like the way it looks, but you can even do cool extra things like taking your wings and adding in like 2 brackets instead of 1, so that way you can have multiple weapons on the same thing. Same thing with your engines. And you do have all sorts of components and things that you have to concern yourself about. As of right now, you can tell, of course, if I wanted to, or if you see right here, I basically am almost out of usable power if I wanted to make more attachments. But what I can do is I can come over here to the Lizard Moon, and I can basically say I want to change my body. And if I say yes, it should actually allow me to come in here and swap out maybe another piece for my body. Although, for whatever reason, the game is glitching out. And it's not actually letting me swap out the body, because earlier I had purchased this. So if I go back here, does it show up now? There we go. And I can just purchase this one, and now this is my new body, and we now have 48,000 hull. That's pretty cool. And then, oh, why didn't it swap? There we go. I just hit R. There we go. And now we have like this new cool Spartan-looking helmet for our main core of our ship. From here, you can do different things, such as attach items on them immediately. I don't like the way this ends up looking because of the fact that they're just going to put the part like right there. So if I do like, if I do this and I mount it right there, what we're going to have is like, I don't know, this rocket pod sticking right off the side of my head. But then when you do, you know, things like, this right here, which is stick out a little strut from our thing, we can then stick like other weapons on there. And I believe that's what these are right here. And now we have a weapon all the way out here while our rocket launcher is up here. I kind of don't like the way that looks. I kind of like the ability to have these little struts that you can perform right there. And each of these struts has different weapons and stuff that you can utilize. Weapons are color-coded, and I'm still kind of understanding that myself. But if I want to, I can do different things, like if I do an arm right here, I can pay for it, and then I can go ahead and put that on there. I'll just go look for that strut that I just did. And now I can also put that, I can put an engine here if I wanted to. So there's kind of a really nice customization system here. It does take a little getting used to, especially if the game glitches out, which it did the first time. So I kept on trying to unattach a piston I accidentally equipped to a thing, and it just kind of made him look like he had like I have my strong hand sticking out from the side of my ship. It felt really weird. And but hopefully there's some smoothing coming around the corner for the quality of life issues. There is currently a roadmap for the game as of right now, and I do like roadmaps, so it does show a lot of stuff listed on here. Sounds like they have a lot of ambitious plans for Hell Galaxy, and I really do hope the best for them. And I do hope that we keep on getting good quality of life issues to fix a lot of the issues that would currently exist in the game as for the bugs. That being said, that was a quick look at Hell's Galaxy and the stuff that the game has to offer. I do think it shows some promise. I'm not entirely sure if I would jump on this right yet. It does retail for about $15 on Steam if you want to check it out for yourself. You know, but if you're looking for a nice space combat game, something that's kind of light on the story content right now, but has a lot of exploration options, it's definitely something you should definitely check out for yourself, especially if you're kind of filling a void from what Everspace 2 left behind. Don't expect anything don't expect anything super polished for the moment, but I do believe this game does show promise. It seems like the guys genuinely care with the world building and the lore they got going on. And honestly, I'm kind of excited to see what comes on down the pipeline. So that being said, if you like the content, you want to see more videos like Hell Galaxy here on the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you think of the gameplay. Let me know what you think of the game, or ask any questions you have, and I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. And until next time, you guys take care, and I will catch you all then. Later.